Hi, Todd Bourne here in the Forecast Center with a look at our weather week ahead, and still have another round of storms to deal with tomorrow night through Thursday, as we'll talk about that right now. As we look at the upper level pattern, you can see the upper level low responsible for last night's rain that we experienced across the Arklatex, and the storms it's producing now to our south and east. All of this going to be moving away. Here is the next batch of upper level energy, which is going to eventually swing around and give us another round of thunderstorms, perhaps a couple of more rounds, one tomorrow night and another one here for Thursday. So let's talk about, first of all, what happens before we get to that point. Tomorrow looking pretty nice, as we'll see lots of sunshine for much of the day. Clouds will begin to return during the latter stages of the afternoon, mainly across the southern half of the area. We should see enough sunshine to allow temperatures to warm into the low 80s, pretty much area-wide. After a bit of a chilly start, lows tonight will likely dip into the 40s across the region. Now, after that, we are going to be looking at things going downhill tomorrow night. You can see a closer look at Futurecast here shows that we will see a clear sky tonight. Tomorrow, looking at lots of sunshine for much of the day as the clouds begin to increase late in the afternoon across East Texas and northwest Louisiana. Slight chance for a stray shower over the southern edge of the area. That chance for the pop-up thunderstorm will increase heading into tomorrow evening. And well, it does appear as if we'll have to watch the northern sections of the area here. Possibility we could have a few hailers with these thunderstorms if they do manage to get going. Going through the rest of Thursday night, we'll see that activity wind down. And then you can see the front pretty much right here. By the time we get to Thursday morning, it is going to take its time in advancing towards the east. And you can see by the time we get to 5 o'clock, we will see a line of thunderstorms associated with the front. This is the activity that we will have to keep an eye on for Thursday, and we will see that actually move out of the region very quickly Thursday evening. Kind of put things together here. It does appear as if the best chances for severe weather basically Thursday will be to our east. You see the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center has the enhanced risk, in other words, a 3 on that 1 to 5 scale over northeast Louisiana, Mississippi. Basically a slight risk for most of the Arklatex, and notice the chances for severe weather drop off as you look further to the west. Here's a look at why that could be the case as we look at basically the amount of available energy in the atmosphere to allow storms to develop. We'll just call it storm potential, and you can see the instability, if you will gradually expand to the north heading into tomorrow evening. You might have noticed that yellow across the northern sections of the Arklatex. That's basically coincides with those scattered strong storms which were possible during the night tomorrow night. But notice late tomorrow night into Thursday, basically have the greens here. What this likely means is that there's enough energy to likely allow a few thunderstorms to develop. And notice that we will see the instability decrease temporarily during the morning Thursday, but begin to increase as we warm up during the day. And notice heading into the afternoon, we see more oranges here. Also notice that the darker oranges, quite a bit more available energy here to our east in that enhanced risk area. Okay, what kind of threats are we looking at with this activity? Let's first of all talk about hail. And you can see, well, those scattered thunderstorms that develop tomorrow night, a little bit of hail a possibility. Shouldn't be too widespread, but again, something to point out if it actually happens. So you might have conditions which will allow hail to form. Now, as I'll show you these graphics, don't pay too much attention to exact location. Basically, this generally locations what you might look at. So here you might say the northern sections of the area. Move this forward in time. You can see that hail threat will diminish heading through Thursday morning. But notice perhaps a better chance, more blacks and grays here with the thunderstorms that come in from the west Thursday afternoon. And then that activity should begin to wind down heading into Thursday evening. Will we see any tornadoes? Possible, as we show you the possibility of rotation here with Futurecast. And this doesn't show us where we're going to see tornadoes. It just basically shows us where the environment may be more conducive. All right, so rotation potentials. So these swaths here indicate basically Thursday afternoon, Futurecast pointing towards the northern half of the Arklatex, where we could see the best chance of maybe having a tornado or two, especially as the storms move in with that line that develops off to our west. This doesn't mean that we won't see any in East Texas, Northwest Louisiana. I would take from this, right now it looks like northern half of the area, but the potential is there that conditions will be conducive for a few tornadoes. I'm not looking at a whole lot as far as rainfall, where the storms may be strongest you can see that we could see a good inch and a half over the northern sections of the region. The rest of the Arklatex looks like amounts a half an inch or less, basically in East Texas and northwest Louisiana. After that, we kind of settle down here as we look at your 7-day forecast. There's going to be another front that will approach the area Saturday, bringing us a chance for some rainfall. We will see that rainfall begin to basically reach its peak Saturday night, looking at, say, a 40% shot for the rain Saturday night as the front moves in. Behind the front, highs retreat to the 70s. Lows, for the most part, will retreat to the 50s and 60s across the area, as temperatures for most of the week ahead will be above normal. So again, we are looking at another round of strong to possibly severe thunderstorms, isolated in nature tomorrow night. Better chance for a few strong to severe thunderstorms as we look ahead to Thursday.